Hi guys. Well, first of all, let me begin by saying that I'm not self-absorbed enough to think that anyone would give a shiny shite about me doing a restoration on an old FJ. But when I posted in the introduction, there was a couple of guys had said about how they love a restoration project and that they'd like to see a bit more. So blame them for me posting this video. But yeah, so bought it in 2003 as a completely original, very well maintained FJ1200, and about a year later I decided, oh, I've got a brilliant idea, let's paint it black. Now obviously it looks absolutely as rough as bumholes at the moment, but when it was first done it looked okay. I wasn't really happy with the end results, but it looked okay, and I sort of lived with it for perfectly happily for a while. Then some other stuff happened and I had to sort of mothball it, and then I moved to Spain and I brought the bike out here with me, and then with all of the things that were going on, I really didn't look after it properly at all, so it sat there baking in the Spanish sun, and now obviously it looks really incredibly rough. But it's time now. I've done a couple of other projects and it's now time to tackle the old girl. She's basically my first bike. I think I said bought her in 2003, but my plan is to try and take her back to being completely original again, which is, I shouldn't have touched it original. I should have left it exactly as it was and just maintained it, but hey ho, that's you know where we are with it. Seat's not here, it's inside my little workshop. That's in perfect condition because I took that off, but everything else is well, kind of as you see it, really. Yeah, I did a little bit of work before I even knew anybody would be interested in seeing a video. So I checked for spark, got good strong spark, and then I did a compression test. I'm really pleased with the results there. I mean, across the board, the lowest was like 145 and the highest 150. So really happy with the general condition of the engine. Fuel pump, unfortunately, is completely goosed. I was hoping that maybe just changing the points would sort that problem and I'd still have a working fuel pump. And I'd still believe that the points are the problem, but unfortunately, for those of you that are sort of familiar with it, there's like a wire that goes down inside the body of the pump, which you have to solder on, and that seems to be why the pump wasn't running, is because that piece of pipe, that wire has broken, but it's actually broken just ever so slightly inside the body of the pump. So I can't get at it to solder a new piece on, because obviously I can't damage it any more than it already is. I'm going to try and open up the body of it and see if I could do something, but in all likelihood, I think we'll be looking at a new fuel pump. But I can at least try getting it running and everything with just, you know, a bottle and gravity, really. So all I really need to do before I test to make sure that the engine's basically in fine health and everything is a carb clean, which I'm going to do today. And then once I know that that's fine, I'll completely strip her down, have the frame blasted and then powder coated, and then start doing the rebuild. I'm not too sure whether, as I strip it down, I'll do repairs on things that are broken, or whether or not I'll do repairs on things that are broken as I'm rebuilding. I haven't made my mind up to that degree yet. But yeah, there she is. If you're interested, I'll let me know, and I'll carry on posting little bits and pieces here and there as I go along. I don't have a lot of spreading around cash, so repairs are, you know, the project's probably going to take some time, because I can't just throw a load of money at it and do it in, you know, in one big rush. I can only do it just as and when. But yeah, there we go. I've got some other projects around. There's a cheap Chinese buggy there that just needs a coil and a new carb and probably a bit of a spray. Actually, I was thinking I might do that in kind of monster livery. There's an old Mark II Golf GTI under there, or a Rabbit for our cousins across the pond. There's an Africa Twin waiting for, needs a lot of love. That's rough as under there. What else we got? LTZ here is doesn't need much, although it is a bit rough, so a good clean up, new decals, carb clean, and a new reservoir bottle, new tires obviously. But other than that, that's pretty much all that one needs. And then in here in my workshop, these are the bikes that I've already done. That's rebuilt this XR250R over the winter. Again, that was absolutely dog rough when I bought it, and now it just really needs a new seat, grips, decals, and that's pretty much done. And then I bought myself this last year, and I never get good deals, so this is pretty much the best deal of my life. I bought this CBR sight unseen as a non-runner for €500. Turns out the only reason why it wasn't running is the vacuum pipe off the carburetor had been put on the wrong nozzle. So basically, once I realized that was the problem and reconnected it to the right nozzle on the carburetor, she fired right up. And yeah, she's my, I was going to say daily, I don't daily it, but if I'm out on a ride, then it's this is the bike that I generally use. And yeah, this is the workshop where it's all going to happen. So let me know if you're interested with as I carry on with the build, and if not, hey, no offense.